Hello and welcome to another episode of the AstraZeneca Women in Tech series. I'm your host, Ben Benson, and today I'm joined by Monserrat Burciaga from our cybersecurity team based in Guadalajara, Mexico. Monserrat, welcome to the episode. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. Well, I'm really good, and I'm really pleased you've joined me today and delighted to have you on the series. So thank you for coming. And I'm going to start us off with the first question to really get to understand you. But can you share a little bit about what it is that you do here at AstraZeneca?
Yes. Well, I'm part of the cybersecurity team. I've been here for around 3 years, and my role specifically is security engineer. What we do in our team is basically monitor the activities that we are doing, the tools that we are using, the solutions that we have to make sure that they are in compliance with the AstraZeneca security standards and policies. And in case we identify any finding or any issue, we work directly with the team or the person to make sure that finding or risk is reduced and addressed in a manner that doesn't have an impact in our work or our daily activities.
Okay, great. So IT security is kind of perceived as quite a cool and interesting area of technology. What's the most enjoyable aspect of what you do?
I will say there are many. Some of the things that I most enjoy when I'm working, I can say that the first one is that we have to, because of the nature of the work that we do, we have to interact with several other teams in AstraZeneca, and that allows us to get familiar with the activities that everyone is doing here. So we can also work with other teams and understand the way that they are working. Sometimes we can learn things about them. And I believe that also allows us to open our mind a bit. Sometimes we are kind of focused all the time in security and doing things in a secure way. But having this interaction with other teams allows us as well to see the business side or the business need, and how we sometimes have to meet in the middle to identify this balance between doing things in a secure manner, but without having to impact any of the activities that we are doing. I also believe that this area, security, is very broad or very wide, and there isn't, I can say that you never get bored. There is, network security, application security, DevOps security. So it's kind of difficult to know about everything, but at the same time, if you can say this, I want to move to this other thing, and you can kind of do it. Or some specific team members are working in a solution that is used for network, and at this moment I'm working in application security, but I want to change, and this role allows you to do that. So you always keep learning.
Great, and that's really interesting. Thanks for sharing that. And I guess I see cybersecurity as being kind of the cyber police in the, there's all these things we want to do and explore with new technology, but cybersecurity sat there going, hang on, you've got to be careful there. It's really interesting. And did you always know that working in technology was what you wanted to do growing up? And I guess another question from that is, what did you want to be when you were growing up? Did you have any aspirations of different careers?
Yes, I actually, when I was younger, I always said that I was not going to do anything that were related to computers. I wanted to be a teacher, and I guess that was the thing that I that I was more interested about. I also wanted to be called an engineer because of my dad. And when I joined to high school, in the high school that I went, we have to choose a technical specialty. So we could learn about it before we were studying a career. And the one that I chose at that moment, because I was told that it was the best option, was computing. And while I was there, I had a chance to learn how to program a bit, about databases and all these things that are related to computers. And by the time that we ended up high school, I just thought that I had like invested a lot of time trying to learn how to do those things, that I just decided to continue studying computer science.
Great. Okay, that's interesting. And what was it like then, growing up in Mexico, and presumably Guadalajara, and getting into technology as a woman? How was that for you?
I believe it's the same, or we have the same challenges that are in the rest of the world. I had a few teammates that were women. Most of my teammates were men. That was the same during my first jobs, basically in every job that I've been part of. There is always a majority of men, but I don't know if it is because I'm used to that. I believe it's once that you demonstrate that you are good on what you are doing, or that you are capable or have the same capabilities that the other people that is around you have. I feel it's kind of similar to other places.
Yeah. Okay. No, brilliant. And how did you come to decide then on IT security as where you wanted to go then? Was it something that you thought of, or was it a kind of a natural progression from when you first started?
I believe it was a natural progression. It was during one of my first jobs. The context of the project was related to security stuff. I was a developer there, but we were developing a site that was presenting security data. And as part of the support that we were providing, sometimes we were being asked questions that were related to the data itself, not to the way that the site was working. And because of that reason, we had to get involved in the data that was being presented there, understand it, how, I don't know, an antivirus work, those type of things, to be able to provide those answers to the people that was contacting us. And it was during that job that I thought it was like interesting to know about security, to learn about it. And I also realized that it was like a good career option, because there isn't well, at that time there wasn't a lot of people that was working in the security space. So there was like a business need for people that had that type of profile.
Excellent. Okay, that's really interesting. So what advice would you give to other women looking into IT security as a tech career? What's your kind of your best piece of advice?
I believe the one that was given to me, just speak up, or don't be afraid, and dare to do the things that you want to do. Sometimes the limits are more on us, like mentally, than what we are actually able to do. I believe sometimes we are the ones that put the limits because we believe we can do something instead of just trying it and see what happens. And once that, I don't know, at least in my case, once that I've started to work more on that, I feel that I am more, I feel more confident that the things or the challenges that I put to myself, that I will be able to do them or to successfully work on those. And if for some reason I'm not successful, I know that the next time that I try that, I know how things, how do I need to do things in a better way to make sure that I am successful. So I will say, don't be afraid and keep trying until you have success.
Excellent. That's really good advice. I kind of echo that a lot of it is about our own psychology and confidence. And yeah, if we believe we can, then we probably can. And alternatively, if we self-doubt ourselves and believe we can't do something, then we probably are putting those obstacles in front of ourselves that it's only us doing that. So yeah, that's really good advice. And actually we've come on to our last question, so we've really blitzed through these questions, and this is the most important question for me. It's about understanding from you, what more can we do as a company, but as a society, and whether it is Mexico or whether it is the UK or India, but what can we all do to support greater representation of females within technology?
Well, I believe initiatives like this one are really good because it provides information to other women about the things that we can do or the things that we are working on. Sometimes people may believe that working in IT is something that just certain type of people can do, or that is very technical, and that, well, it's true, but it doesn't mean that you can only work on that. There are several different roles that may be suitable for you. And if it is something that that people likes, it's better to put that information available and empower them or us to know that that we can do it, or that everyone can participate on it. And I don't know, specifically talking about women, I will say that making us feel that we can do the same things that anyone can do, that's also helpful. In my case, I grew up in an environment, or my parents always treated me in the same way that they were treating my brother. And I believe that's one of the reasons that when I was younger, I was not very aware of those differences. But at the end, I think that helped me a lot to feel that I could do whatever I wanted.
That's great, and I love that. I think that's the case, and I've got a young daughter as well, and I want her to believe that she can do whatever she wants. There's no, if we look back 10, 15, 20 years where there is a significant male dominance in technology, I want that to be a thing of the past, and I want her to grow up and knowing and believing that I can do anything I want to be. If I want to be the Prime Minister, I can. Or if I want to go into technology, I can. It's that. I think that's brilliant. And thank you for sharing that. So, and that brings us to the end of the episode. So, Monserrat, I must say a massive thank you for you to coming on, being a guest. Another of our employees from the Mexico office, which is brilliant. So, thank you very much. And to the viewers. Good. And to the viewers, thanks again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the session. If you have, please let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the series for all the latest episodes. But in the meantime, please do take care, and we will see you in a few weeks. Bye-bye.